सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Yes. The Upanishad says all people are completely indifferent to their own self-interest. They are all the time living the life of the body, the life of the mind, the life of the intellect, and the life of others, opinions, the objects, emotions, and thoughts. Never they have been living for their own self-interest. The total happiness that you are seeking, security that you are seeking, is in this self. But you are searching it where it is not. Therefore, by your searching itself, you choose to miss this immortal, blissful, conscious, existent self. So it says, wake up. After 100 crore lives, you have got this human birth, which is the privilege of only the humans who can discriminate between what is real, what is not real, and choose what is real and use what is not real. You have to choose what is real, but use the equipments, the objects, emotions, thoughts, etc. for your own self-interest. You're not doing that. Having got this rare thing, Manushyatvam, Mumukshutvam, Mahapurusha Samshrayaha, you are ignoring your own self-interest. And having said that, then he says that this could be got only through self-effort. Uddharayad atmanatmanam. That will be exemplified little later, the need for self-effort. And when you are ready, you get the right guru. When you are ready, you get the right guru. Who is the right guru? Have been told to us. Santam Mahantam. Is a saint with a large heart. A saint with a large heart. And He moves about without any personal motive. Vasantavacharati. Moves like the spring that moves, and in the process, everybody gets the beautiful fragrance and the effect of that lovely weather. For what? Lokahitam. But they do not even think about that. When they move, everybody will get benefited. Lokahitam. So that type of guru will come to you. You have to be ready. What do you mean you have to be ready? Divert your mind from all insignificant, for all disastrous pursuits, and seek the eternal. And not merely that, that's not enough. You have to develop indifference to the world of experiences, because the mind cannot be extrovert and introvert at the same time. When your mind is engaged in kama, desires, you miss Rama. Right? And therefore, detach from the senses, detach from vainful knowledge, detach from the vainful actions. Even when we are seeking this knowledge, how many of us are seeking it through unwanted information? You think gathering information is knowledge. You want to know about this, you want to know about that, even at the age of 65, 70. That's why Sri Shankara said in Bhajagovindam, Nahi nahi rakshati dukring karane. It won't help you. You are trying to understand this philosophy, that philosophy, lost in words, lost in several other unwanted things. You should be focused only to what you want. You have no time. How many forwards are coming to you, and how many are you unnecessarily forwarding it to others? You must be choosy. What is necessary for you? Mere filling up the brain is not Vedanta or spirituality. Gurudev says, don't fill the head with knowledge like you fill the pot with water. Lit the lamp. Lighting the lamp is a subtle act, dispels ignorance everywhere. Filling the water in the pot is conditioned by the walls of the pot. Right? So we have to use this thing. For that, he says, you have to develop Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadamadi Shatka Sampatti, Mumukshutvam. And in them, Mumukshutvam and Vairagyam should be very strong. What do I do if I have less? Have satsang. Satsang will help you to gain strength in Mumukshutvam and Vairagyam. Satsangatve nissangatvam nissangatve nirmohatvam. For all this enlightenment, knowledge, and to achieve the spiritual goal of discovering yourself, Everything else is secondary. Jnana is primary, he says. But that jnana you will get if you are in the company of sadhus. Satsanga is the most important. Without satsanga, your jnana is only wasteful, adds to the weight of the head. That's why Sri Shankara will say later, Shabdajalam Maharanyam Chitta Brahmana Karanam. Shabdajalam Maharanyam Chitta Brahmana Karanam. He's going to say that. Where is the time to waste? We have come to this human birth out of punya done in 100 crores of life, met with a guru, and then you are blessed to be exposed to the Shastra. Now again, your Vairagya and Mumukshotvam, you are not strengthening. You are not strengthening. You must do that. So he says, and I'd been talking about the Guru. And what does the Guru do? Who is the Guru? How should you approach the Guru? With humility. With humility. And you must also tell the Guru your problem. When you go to your doctor, you are a doctor, you will know everything. If you say that, even but through scan, he cannot know. Certain things you have to tell him. Even scan doesn't reveal. So you have to tell your Guru what particular problem is haunting you. So you have to tell the Guru, Durvara samsara davag nitaptam dodu yamanam durudastavatai beetam prapannam paripahi brutyo sharanyamanyam yadaham najane swamin namaste nataloka bandhu karunya sindhu patitam bhavabdhu mamuddaratmeya kataksha drushtya rujyate karunya sudhavi rushtya. That's the way to approach the teacher. And that teacher who is all love and compassion, who is all love and compassion. Shanta Mahanto Nivasanti Shanto Vasantavalloka Hitam Charantaha Tirnaha Swayam Bhima Bhavarnavam Janan Ahetunanyanapi Tarayanta. They cross this miserable ocean of samsara, and they, though they have nothing to gain from doing work for others, but it's their nature, like the spring breeze, makes a lot of people pleasant and happy. They, Tirtva Swayam, having crossed themselves, Anyan Tarayanti, they help others to cross. And now next sloka. Brahmananda rasanubhuti kalitaihi putaihi sushitaihi yutai shuchitai.
I am Swabhava.
I done last week. I was only trying to summarize. This words I have to take now. Okay, ma. Brahmananda rasanubhuti kalitai putaihi sushitai yutai युष्मद्वाक्कलशोचितैः श्रुतिसुखैः वाक्यामृतैः सेचया संतप्तभवतापदावाहनज्वालाभिरेनं प्रभो धन्यास्ते भवदीक्षणक्षणगतेः पात्रीकृता स्वीकृता. Those who have got, even for a moment, your kataksha drushti, and they have received it, they are so fortunate to get over this samtapta bhavatapa dhava dahana jwalabhirenam prabhu. Santapta, tapta, roasted. Santapta, fully roasted. Santapta by what? By the fires of these worldly winds. They are lucky to get your kataksha drusti, having become fit for that and received that. How does this is the problem, last two lines. How is it removed by the Guru? The first two lines. Last two lines is the disease. First two lines are the medicine. Brahmananda rasanubhuti kalitaihi bhutaihi sushitai yutaihi yushmadvak kalasejutaihi shrutisukaihi vakyamrutai sechaya. What should be the right thing for a man who is roasted? Pleasant, soothing waters. But this roasting leads you to death. So normal water is not enough. You need amrita. You need nectarine water. What is that nectarine water? The teacher's words. The teacher's words. And with those teacher's words, which are full of Brahmananda Rasanubhuti Kalitai, which reveal that infinite immortal bliss, which is cool, pleasant, Shushitai Yutaihi. The words are nectarine from the Shruti, and the comfort of the Shruti, Sukaihi Vakyamrutaihi Sechaya. O Guru, sprinkle that Shruti, Amrita, Vakyaha, right? And when the student approaches rightly to that teacher, how can the teacher, who is himself, even without a reason, totally out of compassion, moves about and blesses people? When a student like that approaches, what should he do? How should he not help them? And how does he help them? The next phase. Tata vadantam sharanagatam swam samsara dava nalatapa taptam nirikshakarunya rasadra drushtya dadyadabhiti sahasa mahatma. Through his karunya kataksha drushti, he gives him dadyad abhiti, fearlessness. Mahatma, that large-hearted Guru. See the very words he says. Why does he talk like this? That will come next to us, but the introduction for that is this verse. Let me finish this, go to the next verse. Vidwan satasma vupasatti bhimiyushe mumukshuve sadhu yadokta karine prasanta chittaya shamanvitaya tattvopadesham krupayaiva kuryat. The teacher abides in the knowledge of the scriptures and established in that self and therefore tranquil, he should pour out this knowledge with utmost kindness. With utmost kindness. When I was trying to head a Rotary Club, I asked a small doubt with the person who has come there, who is a head. I don't want to name who is in a bigger position. He said, "Idu kuda theriyama nee eppadiya?" He said, all the members, they said, உனக்கு அது தெரியலன்னு தப்பில்ல, அவருக்கு எப்படி பேசணும்னே தெரியலையே, அது கூட தெரியாம எவரு இந்த பொசிஷனுக்கு எப்படி வந்துட்டார் அப்படின்னு கேட்டார். இதுவே போல எனக்கு இந்த போல அனுபவம் நம்ம மிஷன்லயே ஒரு சுவாமி கிட்டையும் ஆயிருக்கு. எதுக்கு இதெல்லாம் சொல்றேன்னா, நம்ம பேசுற பேச்சிலேயே அவனுக்கு முக்காவாசி துக்கம் போயிடும். அதனாலதான் அந்த காலத்துல, I don't want to name the community, ஒரு particular community were famous for doctors in Chennai also. Why? They are very pleasant and smooth. டாக்டர் பேசுறதுலயே பாதி வியாதி போயிடும். அது போல குருவும், என்னையா இது, ஊரெல்லாம் சுத்திட்டு பண்ணக்கூடாதெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு முட்டாள்தனமா வாழ்ந்துட்டு இப்ப வரையா என்கிட்ட அப்படி பேசினா எப்படி இருக்கும்? அது பேசாம with kindness and love he should talk. What should he talk? மாபைஷ்ட வித்வன் தவநாஸ்த்யபாயः சம்சார சிந்தோஸ் தரணோத்யுபாயः ஏனைவ யாதா யதயோஸ்ய பாரம் தமேவ மார்க்கம் தவ நிர்திஷாமி. மாபைஷ்ட, do not have fear, don't be nervous. Vidwan, one who is seeking the knowledge, tava nasti apayaha, you have no danger, don't worry. You don't have fear, you don't have danger. Gurudev's sentence, you are not lost in a dream. You are dreaming, you are lost. You are not lost in a dream. You are dreaming, you are lost. Samsara sindhohu taranosti upayaha. There is a way to cross this ocean of samsara. Yenaiva yata yatayosya param. Yatayaha asya param. Yatayaha, people who are striving, the end of this samsara, they have reached. Yata, they have reached. By what? By the thing I am going to tell you. Yena eva. Tameva margam, that path alone, tava nirdishami, I shall now point it out to you. See the kindness. First, straight away, ma baista, don't be nervous. That is the way you have to talk. Who else talked like that? Do you remember? Kanden Sitai, Drashta Sita. Drashta Sita. Hanuman tells the moment he meets, he doesn't tell the whole story. First two words, Drashta Sita. In Sanskrit, in Tamil, Kanden Sitai. That's how you should speak. अस्त्युपायो महान् कच्चित् संसार भयनाशनः तेन तीर्त्वा भवाम्भोधिं paramanandamapsisi. Why is this samsara being so exaggerated? as an ocean, disastrous, you must cross it. What is so terrible about this? Why are people exaggerating? The Guru here says, it may be frightening, it may not be frightening, but you are not getting what you deserve. What do you deserve? You deserve nothing short of total, infinite, immortal bliss. That's what you deserve. You are not getting out of this samsara. There may be some sara in that, but there is no complete sara in that. So this samsara, you are drowning and you are missing that amritam bodhi, that ocean of bliss. Therefore, he says, you should gain that bhavam bodhim tirtva paramanandam apsisi. You will gain that supreme bliss. Asti upayaha. There is a clue to that. Upaya is that. Mahan kachit samsara bhayanashana, which shall remove the fear of this samsara ocean. What is that? Now he is going to say, Vedanta vicharena jayate jnanamuttamam tenatyamtika samsara dukkanasho bhavatyanu. If you have a physical disease or even emotional, psychological disease, or some objective sciences you have to learn, you have to go to a teacher, number one, buy the books, spending the money, number two, number three, pay the fees, spend all that, and then what you get out of that is a job, a paltry sum, where I know people, I'm not exaggerating. In India, see the Indian value for 6 years back, 7 years back, they were drawing 60 lakh rupees per annum. They were nervous. They were nervous. You understand? Can you tell me one person who is very happy with their income? If that is so, people who have 30,000, 40,000 crores, still why they go for shortcuts if they are happy? Why they go for shortcuts? Right? So, vitta cannot give you that. Na vittena tarpaniya manushyaha. Man cannot be satisfied through vitta, says Kathopanishad. Na karmana, na prajaya, dhanena. You cannot. How? Tyagena. Tyaga what? You are holding to that is preventing this bliss of yours, which is your birthright to be experienced. You are covering that like a man who has pyorrhea trying to eat badam alwa made by Kausalya. How will he enjoy? You have to pull out that teeth, throw it out. Tyagena, ekena. Tyagena ekena. Throw out that ignorance. That's the only way. Knowledge is yourself. Ananda is yourself. Immortality is yourself. You not like a stupid, you a stupid fellow, right? Trying to see yourself through some prism of the mind, and imagine yourself to be different from what you are. There, what you need is the knowledge. Knowledge gives you. Now compare wealth, material knowledge, power, job, family, all give you finite security, finite happiness, coupled with sorrow. It never comes alone. For that, lot of effort, lot of exertion, lot of tension. It gives you Abhyudaya Phala. Vedanta gives the infinite, immortal bliss merely through words, knowledge. That is Nishreyasa Phala. That is Nishreyasa Phala. That can be only got through knowledge. Shravana alone. Shabda Brahman. Shabda Pramana. Only through Shravana you can get it. So you have to Vedanta Vicharena. Here the words of the master, contemplate through Vichara. You gain the Jnanam Uttamam, the highest knowledge. All other knowledges are Moghasha, Mogha Karma, Mogha Jnana. Mogha Jnana Vichetasaha. Useless knowledges. This is the Jnananam Jnanamuttamam. Tena, by that, Atyamtika Samsara Dukkha Nasha Bhavati Anu. Through that, this endless dukkha caused by this samsara will end. Right? How does it end? Viveka Vichara, I said. In addition to that, certain preparations are not necessary. When you take a long journey, even most of the examples I give are Gurudev's examples, most of the examples. This is also from Gurudev. When you take a long journey, you have to check up every aspect of the car. You have to check it up because going long journey. Provide all those things needed for you through the journey. Provide contingency aids, stepney, etc., etc., etc. Toolkit. Only fellow who went long distances with a bald tire, no stepney, no toolkit, is the glorious Hemachandrudu. Stupid fellow. And he reached only because Guru's grace. Otherwise, he was the most stupid fellow. So you have to prepare. You have to have all the aids when you go for a long journey. Similarly, this is the longest journey. It's not only enough if you get a guru, enough if you get his words, enough if you do vichara, you have to also make certain adjustments, certain proper tuning. What are those tuning? This exact word is, this phrase is in Kaivalya Upanishad. Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yogan Mumuksho Muktehe Hetun Bhakti Sakshat Srute Gihi Sruti. Kaivalya Upanishad says this, Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga. You shall reach that height of the knowledge through Shraddha, Bhakti, Jnana, Bhakti, passion, devotion, Jnana, knowledge. Shraddha is important. Shraddha is most important. The faith that what the Guru says can never be wrong. Why? Guru talks from his experience. He doesn't talk from the books. So experience can never be wrong. So you must have that faith. Guru will not be wrong. You must have the faith. Shastras are the downpours of the enlightened people. That's again the experience put in words. That cannot also be wrong. Therefore, Shastrasya Guru Vakyasya Satya Buddhi Avadharana. That is called Shraddha. That's called Shraddha. You need that. Bhakti. What is bhakti? Highest form of love is called bhakti. What are the main features in love? Total identification and self-negation. Identification, abhyasa, self-negation, vairagya. These are the two aids for meditation too. And those two characteristics belong to bhakti, passion. You need passion, devotion. Who is a devotee? One who exercises his right, the ego. Who is a devotee? One who surrenders his ego, drops his ego, is a devotee. He doesn't choose. Right? So, Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyana, meditation, Dhyana yoga. Through that, you gain this knowledge. Muktihi, Bhuktehe hetun bhakti, Sakshat Srutehe gihi. Yova etan veva tishtati amushya moksho avidya kalpita deha bandhat. Whoever pursues these few tips is liberated from the bondage caused by our identification with the body, which is because of ignorance that you are the self. Ignorance can be removed only through knowledge. Knowledge is gained through Shruti Vakya, Manana, Viveka, Vichara, then Dhyana, then Shraddha Bhakti. These adjustments you have to make for the long journey. Ajnana yoga paramatmanah tava hi anatma bandha tataeva samsrutihi tayo vivekodita bodhavahnihi ajnana karyam pradahet samulam. Ajnana karyam, the effects of ignorance, this BMI, OET, the bondage, all that is pradahet, the head burns, pradahet, totally, completely burns the bondage, anatma bandhaha, ajnana yogat paramatmanaha tava, hi anatma bandha tavayev samsriti, tayohu vivekayodita bodhavaknihi, by the fire that has risen from the knowledge through discrimination, through the fire born out of the wisdom of the scriptures. This ajnana bandha is burnt off. Student explains his particular problem, like you have to tell the doctor what are the symptoms. Shishya uvacha krupaya sruyatam swamin prashnoyam kriyate maya yaduttaramaham srutva rutarthasyam bhavan mukhat Bhavan, this becoming. Bhava is this becoming. All the time, I want to become that, I want to become that. Whichever is subject to becoming is finite, changing, perishable. You have to discover the being that you are, which is not subject to becoming. The being is eternal. So therefore, Bhavan Mukhat, from this mouth of this becoming, I should be saved. Through what? Yet uttaramaham srutva krutartaha, having listened to your reply, I become fulfilled. And therefore, kindly, Swamin Prashnaha, Ayam Kriyate Maya, I will tell you my problem. Kindly help me to understand this. Next verse is almost the theme of the entire Upanishad, that entire Vivekachudamani that's going to follow. There are about 7 questions here. These 7 questions are the theme of the entire Vivekachudamani. Ko nama bandha katamesha agataha katam pratisthasya katam vimokshaha ko savanatma paramahka atma tayo viveka katameta duchyatam. Ko nama bandha, what is this bondage? We listen all the time, bondage, bondage. Ko nama bandha, what is bondage? Katamesha agataha, how did it come to me? People say, you are God, you are that, you are divine. But how did that bondage come to God? If I am God, how did the bondage come to me? Right? Katam pratisthasya. What is its support? Who supports this? Katam pratisthasya. Katam vimokshaha. How shall I get out of it? Kosavanatma. Paramahka atma. What is this anatma? What is that supreme atma? Tayoho vivekaha, the discrimination of these two. Katham, how? Yetaduchyatam, Guru, please tell me. These are the 7 questions. Answers for these 7 questions is the entire Vivekachudamani. Sri Guru Ruvacha Dhanyosi Kritakrityosi Pavitam te kulantvaya Yada vidya bandha mukva brahmi bhavitum ichchasi. He encourages the student first. Dhanyosi, kritakrityosi. What a lucky fellow you are. Blessed you are. Kritakrityosi. You have found fulfillment of this life. Pavitete kulam. Not only you have found fulfillment of this life, you are blessed. Your whole lineage is purified by your presence in that family. Who tells this to whom? Sri Narasimha tells to Prahlada. Prahlada asks Narasimha, my father has done such big crime. Please relieve him from that sin. Narasimha Swami says, 21 lives above you, 21 lives below you are purified by mere being born into that family. By your mere being born into that family. 21 lives, generations above you, 21 generations below you are purified. So here Guru says, Pavitam te kulam tvaya. Yad avidya baddha muktva brahmi bhavitum ichchasi. By this mere desire of gaining the knowledge of the Brahman, discovering the Brahman that you are, having cast off, having burnt off this avidya. And now, for this, what do? Have you not seen people? Bless me, bless me, bless me. All the time. Nobody can bless you other than yourself. Blessings are taken, not given. blessings are taken, not given. In Bhagavatam, Govardhanagiri, this is the story. They are trying to do something, seeking blessings of Indra. Krishna asks, can anybody deny the results of your action? Can anybody give you punishment for things that you have not done? Both are not possible. So whatever you get are out of your actions. What Indra has got to do with that? What Indra has got to do with that? These Govardhana, these cattle are feeding your life. Be grateful to them. Do puja to them. What this Indra will do? You understand? So similarly, our self-effort alone can protect us. Our goodness can protect us. Our purity of thoughts will protect us. Our love for others will protect us. Our not having evil thoughts for others will protect us. You do not need a God for this. He himself says in 5th chapter Gita, Na adatte kasyachit papam, na chaiva sukrutam vibhu. I do not take anybody's punya or papa. Right? Your own goodness, your own purity, your own love, your own effort can give you moksha. I didn't follow. Kaushilya, what is he saying?
No. Somebody was Shilpa, can you mute?
Hello?
Shilpa, can you mute Srividya, please? Srividya Bhagini, you are on.
Sorry.
Uncle, you can continue.
Huh?
You can continue, Uncle.
Okay. So, your self-effort alone can bless you. Your purity alone can bless you. Your love alone can bless you. I once asked Gurudev when my niece was getting married for his blessings. This is the sentence he writes. That is the commentary for this. A noble heart like yours will always have the Lord's blessings upon. A noble heart like yours will always have the Lord's blessings upon. Right? So, develop a pure heart, loving heart. Wherever you find a group of people, children, you do this. Yesterday morning, I went to my village. I did this experiment. There were about 7, 8 children from America. They were all sitting together. You know, my village is a peculiar 30 houses, 2 vice chancellors, 12 doctors, right? And at least 10 people abroad. Very peculiar village. And there was a small Kumbhabhishekam. So there were 6, 7 children sitting. I asked them, will you be unhappy when you are with friends whom you love? They said, no. Will you be happy if you have greed? No. Will you be happy if you are angry? No. Will you be happy if you have jealousy? No. Right? All these problems come because of judgment. Do you like others to judge you? No. Then you don't judge others. Have love. Don't have jealousy. Don't have greed. 1 minute it takes, but children cannot miss the effect of it. Wherever you find 5, 6 children, do this simple experiment. So your own goodness can bless you. Because what can God give you? He is sitting in you already. He is all that you want. He is the purity. He is the perfection. He is the happiness. He is immortality. He is not. He is in you. You, by your choice, not discovering him, that choice is because of your choice of the external world impurity. Throw off those impurities, you shall discover God. He cannot help you in that. So your self-effort is needed. How? Three verses, lovely verses, talk here. ऋणमोचन कर्तारं पितुः सन्ति सुतादयः बन्धमोचन कर्ता तु स्वस्मादन्यो न कश्चन. ऋणमोचन कर्तारं, you have incurred debts. Your parents or relations can relieve you from that debt. From this bondage of the self, you only have to relieve yourself. They cannot help you. Because the bondage is created by your false dependence, your mind. Your mind you have to correct. They cannot help you. If you are incurred debts, they will help you, which my family has been doing continuously for all my stupid activities. Right? So, bandhamochana kartaram pituhu santi sutadayaha. What the father does, sutadayaha, children, can clear the debt. The debt incurred by the father, children can clear that. Or reverse also. The debt incurred by children, the father can clear it. But bandhamochana karta tu swasmad anyaha, the person to relieve you from the bondage, swasmad anyaha, other than you, na kaschana, there is no one else. Another example, mastakanyasta bharat mastakanyasta bharade dukkam anyair nivargyate chudade kruta dukkam tu vinasvena nakena chit. You are carrying a weight on the head. Weight on the head, not the weight in the head. Head weight nobody can remove. Weight on the head when you are walking, you are tired. You know, in those days on the roadside, those things were put with two granite stones and one on the top to rest this weight so that when you are walking long distance, you get some relief. So you have the weight. You see somebody, Anna, idu konja irakku veinga, they help you. Right? So this head, the weight on the head, they can help you. But you are hungry. That man needs you. Can you appease your hunger? Weight, somebody can help to relieve. Your hunger, you have to eat. He says, Chudadi krut dukkham. Chudadi kruta dukkham. Dukkham, the sorrow caused by chuda, hunger. Vinasvena na kenachit. Other than you, by no other person, that dukkham can be removed. That dukkham cannot be removed by any other person other than you. Another example. Patyam aushadha seva cha kriyate yena rogina arogya siddhi drushtasya nanyanutishtat karmana. I have some problems, age problems. Right? Everybody has age problems only. Balastavat krida sakta, tarunastavat taruni sakta, vruddhastavat chinta sakta. All age problems only. That age, that problem. Balastavat krida sakta, tarunastavat taruni sakta, chintasta, vruddhastavat chinta sakta, parame brahmani kopina sakta. Nobody interested in that infinite bliss. Right? So this age problems, I have sickness. So many medicines, so many things. You know, I have of a big family. I ask some of them to follow those instructions. Patyam. Patyam, that which helps you in the process. Pati. You know, Pati is the road. In that it helps. Therefore, it is Patyam, road to recovery. I tell so many people, they are telling, don't eat this, don't eat that, this, that. Why don't you do some things for me? Can the disease be cured? You only have to follow the patya. So that's another example for self-effort. Patyam aushadha seva cha kriyate yena rogina arogya siddhi drustasya na anutishthati na anyan anutishtata karmana na anyan, not by others karma. Following others karma, your roga can be cured. Right? वस्तु स्वरूपं स्वटबोध चक्षुषा स्वेनैव वेद्यं न तु पंडितेन चंद्र स्वरूपं निज चक्षुषैव ज्ञातव्यमन्यैः अवगम्यते किम्. There were some friends at home for dinner. I suddenly went to the terrace. I saw it is a beautiful Sharad Purnima, such a lovely, beautiful effect. I came to the friends who were watching the TV and cutting jokes, munching. Come, 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 such a lovely sight. Come, come, come. Yes. Nipata Sulya. You see that and tell us. Can they enjoy the Sharad Purnima? Through your own eyes, you have to see that. Sfotaboda Chakshusha, your own eyes. Vastu Swarupam, Sfotaboda Chakshusha, Svenaiva Vedyam, Natu Panditena. Vastu, that is that which is real, the Atman, you only have to see, not through the other Pandits. Chandra Swarupam, Nijam Chakshusaiva, like the beauty of the full moon, Gnatavyam, Annehi, Avagamyate Kim. It cannot be known, experienced through others' experience. Right? Avidya Kama Karmadi Pasha Bandham Vimochitum Kasheknyad Vinatmanam Kalpa Koti Shetairapi. Avidya, ignorance, Pasha, rope, that makes you bound to this world. Avidya, Pasha, that you only have to cut it off. That you only have to cut it off. There, this theme concludes. Next theme we shall see on Monday. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you all.
Namaste, Uncle.
Thank you, sir.
Dhanyawada.